So, some of you may have seen on my community tab or on Instagram if you follow me, I'll leave it somewhere on the screen. I'm releasing a song. Finally, the day is here. Finally, I've decided to release a song on streaming platforms that aren't YouTube. Yeah, so on Friday, July 24th, I will be releasing my song, Dream Nightmare. Some of you will have already heard the song. I uploaded it last year, July 21st, I think it was, so it's kind of like the anniversary of the song almost. It's quite different. It's not my usual kind of sound. I'm hyping this up way too much. It's not anything special, but I thought that I would tell you guys the story behind the song. I thought that could be kind of interesting because it is quite a strange story. The inspiration is a bit weird. Are you excited for the song? Yes. Yeah, some of you might have heard the inspiration for the song before if you were at my live stream last year where I played the song for the first time. So basically the song itself is about someone who is experiencing sleep paralysis. In my case, I wasn't experiencing sleep paralysis per se because I could move, but I would just see very strange things. That's what we're going to get into right now. Basically, this all started happening when I was around 16. I was sick with a bad cold, as I always seem to be, and I wasn't even on medication or anything. Like, I wasn't taking painkillers or cold medication. I wasn't on anything, so it's kind of weird. I've done drawings to help you visualize the things I'm talking about. Speaking of visualize, I can't do that. This is a little fact about me. I can't really visualize things in my head. If I think about something, I don't really see it. These drawings are not great, but I hope they get the message across. To everybody who has asked me in the past to do art videos and to draw, here is an entire video worth of reasons why that's not a good idea. So basically, the first time this ever happened to me, I woke up and I looked out my window and I saw the trees. I've got trees outside my house, but the trees were huge people. Like, it was one really big person, and then hanging off it were other people, but not like hanging from like a noose. Like, the branches were people and the leaves were people. The trees are these massive people. And this happened multiple times. This is one of the most frequent ones I've gotten. At one point, Bob Ross was the tree, which was slightly weird. Basically, they're hallucinations, I think, or maybe it's like I'm halfway awake and still in a dream state, so my mind is just like blurring reality and dream. On the same kind of vein, across from my house there's a wall that has lots of ivy hanging off it, and I woke up one night and I looked across and there were people hanging from it. So usually whenever I see these things, I don't tend to react a lot. I'm very chill with it now, but there was one time where I did react. I woke up and I saw at the foot of my bed, well, like next to my bed kind of, a group of like shadow children with glowing red eyes, and they were sitting there staring at me. There were loads of them, and I saw that and I literally jumped out of bed and I ran out of my room, but on my way out I tripped and I threw myself into my dresser. Yeah, I woke up the next morning and I had scratches and bruises on my arm because that one really freaked me out, and I was like, okay, I'm not comfortable being in the same room as this right now, I have to go. This one's a little weird, and I'm not trying to offend anybody with this or with the image that I've drawn. If you believe in God and Jesus, good. And I'm not saying that I'm like the next prophet or anything, but I saw Jesus. We're buds. Side note, to anybody who saw my Instagram story the other day and thinks me and Lin-Manuel Miranda are best friends, you'd be correct. So I woke up and I looked at my door and there were two people hanging from my door, but like not with a noose. It looked like they were nailed to the door, as one would find Jesus. Oh my god. But behind him was another person whose face was like a lot darker and they had really matted hair and they were just grinning at me. I'm assuming it was Moses. Judas. I mean, that would work with the lore. The lore. A similar thing that happened with the door was, this was recent as well. A majority of these happened in around 2018, I want to say, 2017, 2018. One of the recent ones that happened this year was I looked over at my door and there was a woman's face, like, just coming in, just peeking in through the door, and she had like curly hair and this massive grin, and she was blind. I could tell she was blind. Like, you know, her eyes were all like top Beifong. Her eyes were all white and cloudy. Not looking at me, she was looking straight ahead, but then she slowly turned to look at me and came towards me. I remember speaking to my sister, who used to own this room. She moved to England and I moved in here, but she said that she's had similar sleep paralysis experiences with a woman who looks like that, which was kind of terrifying. Some of you might remember from my stream, I saw Yoda at one point. He was chilling. We were fine. Me and him are tight. This one was kind of the most jarring to me in a way because it wasn't just some sort of like a random creature or anything that I'm seeing or a random person. I saw someone I know. I have a best friend called Anya, and me and Anya work together in a haunted house. Anya is very flexible and she does a lot of creepy crawling. And one night I woke up and I saw her crawling across my room, but in the air. I'll leave a picture here. I can't draw people, especially not people crawling, so it's kind of doesn't look good. But she was crawling in my room. And then my most recent one was only like last month, the month before perhaps. To anybody who has seen Avatar, both The Last Airbender or The Legend of Korra, first of all, hit me up. We need to talk. Second of all, I love you. Third of all, you may know the character Lin Beifong from Korra. This one is so stupid. Like, not all of them are scary, but this one is just really stupid. I woke up and she was standing in the clothes rail, like, looking at me. I felt really safe because, you know, like, she's the chief of police. She's gonna protect me. I liked having her there. One of the first ones I can remember is I woke up and there was a woman, like, sitting at the end of my bed, and I just remember I, like, kicked her and she disappeared. I think it was that same night or the night after where, so if any of you guys have seen Moana, there's a guy at like the beginning of it. He's not like a recurring character or anything. Everybody says he looks like Anthony Ramos. If you know Anthony Ramos, one, hit me up. Second of all, I love you. But this little dude was at the end of my bed, just hanging out. I remember being disgusted. I was like, ew, what is that? So that was one of my favourite ones, and I think the drawing I did of that one is quite spectacular. So basically, back when this all started happening, when I was around 16, it kind of freaked me out a lot back then. So what I would do is I would stay up as late as I could so that I would be so tired that I wouldn't have a broken sleep and I wouldn't just wake up. Which is where the lines "I've been waiting for you, just sedating slowly, buy myself a little time" come from. So it's like I was waiting up all night so I could buy myself enough time to not have to see you again, I guess, in a way. I don't know whether that's the intention that I had when I wrote the lyric or if that's just something I kind of changed it into now. That's kind of the meaning that I would get from that myself. Basically, the song is from the perspective of me and then, like, the sleep paralysis demon, or just, like, whoever is visiting me that night. Me and my pals, me and my little troop of friends. It kind of works out in a way with the lyrics where, like, the first little line is from my perspective and the second's from the demon, and then, like, it kind of goes that way, which is nice. I like the way that worked out. Yeah, so the song will be out July 24th, which is next Friday. I don't have a pre-save link or anything. Because I don't have a pre-save link, I have to post it, like, myself in real time. So it's gonna come out midnight my time. So, like, midnight July 23rd into July 24th my time. So I don't know what time that'll be for you guys. So I hope you don't mind that. I'm really excited for it to come out and for you guys to finally hear it. I think it's one of those things where if I didn't just release it and I kept it to myself, I would just keep working on it, and the more I listen to it, I'd be like, oh, I don't like how that sounds, I need to re-record it. I've re-recorded it a couple times because I just don't like it. But I think it's at a point now where I'm okay with it, I'm happy with it, and I just want it gone so I can move on to something bigger, which I most definitely have something bigger coming, hopefully next month. It was meant to be out this month, but that's not gonna happen. So I'm hoping it'll be out next month. I'm super excited about that as well, and I can't wait for you guys to hear that. I hope you like it. It's not incredibly professional sounding or like really good in any way, to be honest. I prefer the original version, but you know, things change. I can't sing that way anymore. It doesn't sound the same as that. So I hope any OG stans of the original version of Dream Nightmare won't be upset. Before I go, I'm going to leave you guys with the original I don't know if this was ever going to be the original single art for the song, but this is a concept that me and my sister came up with, so I hope you enjoy it. It's quite spectacular, really. Yeah, so Dream Nightmare, July 24th. I hope you like it. Join my Discord server. I'll link that below. We need more people. It's great. We talk about TikTok and emo music, and we send memes, and we just have the chats. It's lovely. And I update in there first before anything else. So if you want to know when the next video is going to come out, when I'm going to be streaming, when the next song will be coming out, whatever, join my Discord. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I'll see you soon with some new covers. There are definitely new covers coming out. I've got a lot planned. So, I love you. Bye.